I have spent the last 3.5 years meticulously decorating this apartment, showing it on YouTube, building my entire platform on it, and now I have 2 days to pack the whole place. I'll tell you what, I'm stressed. I'm stressed because I don't have enough time, but as the internet's resident agent of chaos, this is where I thrive. Let's get weird. I'm in the mood for some real talk. I want to talk relationship fears and excitements. I gotta undecorate this apartment. I want to rate and review my home decor projects and pack up this entire chapter of my life, I guess. Here we go. Oh! I'll tell you what, this is probably one of the areas I'm like least happy with in the apartment. I put this gallery wall up very haphazardly and I think it's fine, but I don't know. I'm kind of over the gallery wall. This is all my like DIY supplies, books. These are like my embarrassing books I don't want people to see. Listen, Court of Thorns and Roses. I gave this a try. I'm not above smut. I'll read smut. I'll read fairy smut. Like, I was sold on the genre, the concept, dirty fairy beast smut. This is not a good book. I hated this book. I hated the main character. I don't know why people were into this. The genre I'm down with, but there are better versions of this. I'm sorry to rain on your parade. I couldn't even finish it. You know what? I read all the way through. I read to like the last 20 pages and I was so annoyed with it. I didn't even read the last 20 pages. I looked it up on Reddit. No. Anyway, I hate it. Okay, let's do this. Let's do 1 minute. Let's start with that. Panic. What is this even? I feel like I'm a bit tired of gallery walls. If I'd stayed here longer, I would have loved to do some wall-to-wall shelving around the TV and displayed a lot of my vases that are just shoved in cabinets right now. If you're new here, I'm moving because I fell in love. Doesn't that ruin everything? I know. So now Justin and I are going to sew our lives together and it's gonna be so gross and we're gonna smooch. Mostly I'm extremely excited to just be living together finally. I'm so excited to not have to text him to know when we're hanging out. He's just gonna be at home because he pays rent there. But I'm also acutely aware that there's going to be surprises. And I'm less worried about what I'll learn about Justin and maybe more anxious about what I'll learn about me. I'm about to meet myself differently. Kind of put myself to the test. I think one of my biggest fears in life has always been knowing the way that some people can change when life stressors hit. Oh gosh, there's a lot of spider webs. I don't like that much. I've seen people become unrecognizable to the easygoing person I used to know. Wow. Looks empty. It's so weird. I feel naked. And I have all these big dreams of the kind of partner and parent and person I want to be as I grow up. And so this step towards domesticity feels like opening Schrodinger's cat box. Like we're about to find out what's inside. One thing I've done recently is I've turned this corner into like my little makeup corner, my vanity corner. I was just like determined to get better at learning to do my makeup. And I bought all these like amazing brushes and palettes and lip oils and balms. Although here's a fun moment for me, which is I'm not wearing any makeup. I'm not wearing anything. And I have never appeared on YouTube without wearing at least like spot cover up. It's really blown out. That's rude. Yeah, you've never seen me on YouTube before not wearing makeup. I have a lot of acne and acne scarring, and I usually have at least cover up on, but I've really been working on my skin and like getting better moisturizers weirdly has really leveled up my skin. And like, I don't know, some people might look at my skin and think it's still not good, but this is like a huge milestone for me. Good for me. Elizabeth is here.
pretty.
Like half an hour ago.
Oh, he's so, but his face is so sad when I walk out the door. He looks so sad.
Okay, Elizabeth's just here to hang. I invited my friends to just like come hang and like bask in my essence while I'm packing.
It's the end of the apartment.
I know, it's sad.
So sad.
Okay, y'all, we're in the hallway.
How many of these videos are just an excuse for twerking?
All of them. Yeah, okay, I rate this hallway a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. I think it could have been better, but I think it's good for putting no effort in. I will say, I think I could have taken it a lot farther.
What would you have done more?
I did
Well, you have
think...
some gaps on the wall.
There's gaps, yeah, but I did think about painting the trim and the ceiling, almost like having a runner rug on the ceiling. Not exactly a runner rug, but it would be like a similar effect, painting all of that. I think it would be really cool to have like a strip of color down the top. Those are definitely paint projects I want to do. I just want to go, I don't want to have a single white wall in my new place.
Wow, Justin's gonna be living in a...
Chaos.
Yes.
But he loves my chaos. He never gets mad at me.
Has he lived in it?
He's seen enough of it.
He's always had been able to escape to his place.
No, he loves my chaos. He never gets mad at me for being late. He never gets mad at me for being scattered. He's always so patient. He doesn't even rush me out the door.
That's good.
I know. I've had plenty of boyfriends who did all of the above.
Yeah.
Let's take this stuff down. Yes, I did have to patch all the holes that I put in my walls, but that took maybe 2 hours total, and it's really easy to do, so don't be afraid of putting holes in your wall. It's so worth it to live in a space that feels like a home. I'll say another fear I have of moving into a bigger space is possession bloat. It's pretty much a law of nature that we all fill the space that we have, but I do really value paring down to the things I love and use. Justin and I definitely have slightly different approaches to this, so I know it's going to take some figuring out how to find what feels like a good compromise for us as a couple, but I am excited to make some videos about what I learn as we go through that.
Yes.
Okay, I have to take these curtains down. I don't actually know how I'm going to do that. I'm balancing a ladder on my bed. Okay, step 1 is we pour some wine.
Are you having some?
Yeah, I'll have some. Okay.
Cheers to the apartment.
Toast.
Cheers to, this is the apartment where you became a woman, I would say.
Wow!
Yeah.
I discovered my body.
You discovered your adult self.
That's true.
You
That's
climbed
true.
out of a very difficult place in Ohio and a dark, dark, dark time. And you were like destroyed, basically. You had hit rock bottom and you rebuilt it.
A little tough.
You had. And you rebuilt yourself.
I did.
And you were stronger in the broken places, as they say.
Oh!
Yeah.
Like a phoenix.
Yeah. And you rose from the ashes. You created this gorgeous apartment, which whoever moves in here next is gonna have quite a treasure.
Yeah.
And you met Justin. So.
Those are really good toasts, Liz. Thank you.
Well, you didn't give me a chance to prepare, but it was the best I could do on
Those
the
are really
spot.
good toast. Thank you. I will toast to you.
Why are you toasting to me?
I feel like I have to repay it. Okay. Maybe you should come over here and stabilize me.
Oh man, this is why
Yeah.
you're sinking in as you...
Just don't let me fall.
Don't drop that thing on me.
Okay. I'll try.
I still haven't hung some things in my apartment.
Ah!
I do not use power tools with your
Yeah.
enthusiasm.
Yeah. I hung a full-length mirror in my childhood bedroom as a child. I hung it on the wall.
It's actually a miracle you haven't been killed by your own...
Well, it fell on me in the middle of the night.
Why doesn't Justin come do this stuff?
Justin's not that good at this stuff.
Really?
Yeah, he's more of an academic.
Oh my god.
Okay, huge moment. I wallpapered my ceiling. My brother helped me. It was really miserable to do. I didn't like doing it. I liked the effect a lot. Effect, 10 out of 10. Self-execution, would not do again. Would definitely hire somebody. I will throw money I will throw money at somebody else to do it. I give the result a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Would not do again personally. Here we go. Gotta take this down. Do you think this is gonna come down?
I thought they said you could leave it up.
They did! The wallpaper's staying.
Oh, that was just a fake out?
That was a fake out. You got punked.
Wow, good one.
Basically, the new tenant and the landlord asked me to keep the apartment decor, like all the wallpaper, all the renter-friendly tiling, everything. They want to keep all of it. So all the paint, I don't have to repaint anything. Okay, that was my big fake out. You got punked. We're not taking down the wallpaper. I am really happy about that. So this is my, I mean, I had a really good relationship with my landlord. I will say when I moved in, the rule was I could only paint the walls white or cream. And I was like, okay.
And then you got them dark blue and put wallpaper on the ceiling. How did you manage that?
I asked him when I was gonna paint the kitchen, and I sent him like inspo photos, and I sent him like the paint swatch and like, this is why I'm gonna do it. It's really gonna bring out the red color in the cabinets, blah, blah, blah. And by then, that was a few months in, so we had a positive relationship and he just trusted me.
He probably watches all the videos.
I don't think he has any idea about
the video. He doesn't know about the YouTube?
I never told him there's a YouTube channel, no. So, he just liked it. I don't know what my takeaway is from that, but I'm grateful. The kitchen. When I first moved in here, I remember I was a little bummed about these dark, like, red cherry cabinets. And I was like, ugh, I wouldn't have chosen these. And I was, like, pretty stumped what to do with them. But I'm really happy with the result of like choosing the blue backsplash and the blue paint. I feel like it really hypes up the cabinets, and now I love them. And in my recent apartment hunting, I was really bummed out to see white cabinets in homes. Like, I love the dark wood. I'm gonna say I give this makeover a 10 out of 10. I think I aced it. I think I did a great job. I will say this backsplash, 10 out of 10. Some peel and stick stuff is like not worth it. In my old apartment, I had done the contact paper on the counter, and I won't ever do that again. It does look really good when you install it, but in a bathroom or in a kitchen where there's like crumbs or water or mess, I feel like it just gets kind of icky to me. At least it felt kind of icky quick. But the backsplash, hell yeah. It looks as good now as it did on day one. It looks so good. I guess I should be linking the stuff I show. I'll link the stuff I show in this video in the description. I love how much I used to hate this kitchen before I did the makeover, because ugly spaces are honestly the most fun to make over because you get the biggest high from the transformation. And I'll say the kitchen in my new place is definitely the top eyesore there to me. It's just like cheap yellow cabinets as far as the eye can see. So I'm pretty excited for that makeover and just to see how we end up problem solving it. So especially stuff like hardware, I like to put it in a little bag and then tape it to the thing it belongs to, so it cannot get lost. Look at this place. It's a mess. Elizabeth's over there working hard. I'll tell you one thing that I think will be a challenge for me moving in with Justin, but also really good for me, is basically learning to live with more balance. Basically, I have two modes. I'm either really busy being overly involved in my loved one's struggles, especially my family, like very anxiously involved, or I am completely isolating from all of civilization. And I know that I do the isolating because it's the only way I can sustain those spurts of over-involvement. But I also know that in living with someone, you can't just like super isolate all the time. And I suspect it's going to force me to work on getting more balance, like not hitting such extremes in either direction. I think Justin has already had a really positive impact on helping me seek more balance in my life, and it's a hard pattern for me to break because it's my default, but it does also feel really healthy and nourishing to be breaking it. I'm tired, and Justin came over with some wine, so I think we're just gonna have a little happy hour and vibe. And then I'm gonna do some more tomorrow.
Thanks for the update.
Shut up. Day 2. My air conditioning stopped working, so it's pretty hot in here. And, oh God, I had a dream about an otter last night. But it was just a dream. Is this a thumbnail? Is this going to be a thumbnail? Gotta take apart this table. That's been my desk, my dining table, my sulking corner. I love this table, and I do like the look of these bentwood chairs, and they're fine for dining, but they're not that comfortable to sit in all day as your desk. It is definitely not good for my back, so they will likely get replaced in the near future. Okay, I would rate that experience a 0 out of a million. Wow, one thing I'm so excited to get rid of is this printer. This is probably the worst product I've ever purchased. Shout out to HP DeskJet 3772, by far the worst technical experience I've ever had every single time I use it. This is going in the trash. Ooh, let's do a little flash forward into the future. I'm in my new apartment filming right now, if you can't tell. I've had to film several things while in the new apartment, but before my apartment hunting video, before it had come out yet. And it's been really hard to try and find corners to film that didn't reveal what apartment I moved into. I've like been recording my podcast here and stuff. Anyway, I'm just glad that everyone knows where I moved to now. But I want to take this moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Skims, and we're going to talk about underwear for a second. If you've listened to my podcast, you know that I was talking about Skims on there before they were ever a sponsor of me anywhere. They have just made a big difference for me because I have scoliosis. I wore a back brace for 18 hours a day for 10 years, and I still have a lot of back pain. I have a lot of back pain all the time. Actually, a little funny story was maybe a year or two ago, I was talking to Justin, and I think I was explaining to him why I can't usually wear like a crossbody purse. And I was like, oh, because it just exacerbates the back pain. And he was like, what back pain? What are you referencing? And I was like, oh, for my scoliosis, I have back pain all day, every day. And he was like, what? I've never heard you talk about that. And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess, I don't know. It's just all the time. So what is there to talk about? Because it's just a constant thing. Anyway, this is a reality for me. I know I'm not the only person who has like nonstop back pain, and basically no bra ever was comfortable to wear. That's why for years I just wore sports bras. That is until Skims. A friend gave me a pair of Skims and I've never turned back. This one is the t-shirt bra, which I'm wearing in the whole decorating video. I should have flashed you guys and shown you it, but I've got my little Skims top on and I'm wearing this. So let's say that again. I am wearing a wired t-shirt bra in 2 days when all I'm doing is physical activity and moving. That is the level of comfort it is for me, that it's thoughtless to put this on. I don't know what all it is. It's like there are these thicker straps on the back. They're thicker this way, but they're also thicker in the material here. I feel like it's more supportive. Just the angles of where it like wraps around on my body, it just distributes weight better. And I'm wearing the plunge bra right now, Skims Plunge for the deep V. Anyway, it's always weird to be pointing at my boobs. Yeah, it's not a small thing to me. It's like made a big difference for something I wear every single day and also want to look good in and feel good in. They also have amazing underwear. I have probably every single cut of their underwear. Which one do I want to show you? This is their cheeky brief. Look at that stretch. Look at that. It's insane, and it's just the softest fabric. I wish you could feel through the camera. It's both my sexy underwear and my comfort underwear. Like when I'm feeling miserable or have my period and just want to lie in bed, I'm still going for the Skims thong. Boy short is a favorite. Full brief, high-waisted. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Still a thong, but comes up high and sucks you all the way in. Like, You can wear it under leggings. It's amazing. Check out the link in the description of this video. You can shop the Skims Intimates collection, including the Fits Everybody collection, which I love. And if you haven't yet, let them know I sent you. There's a little survey after checkout. It really helps my channel. Thank you to Skims. Thank you to you. It's time to tackle some clothes. And here's one fun hack for packing your closet, given to me by Justin. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm eager to try. So he says what he likes to do, Justin, the closet queen, that doesn't sound right, but you know what I mean, is take a bunch of hangers just like this, then take a trash bag and put them through the trash bag upside down, poke the hangers through a hole in the top, and then we take some tape and we just wrap this around the hangers, I guess he said. And then you can pull it down over the clothes. And then tie the bottom. And look at that. And then when you get to the new place, you just hang this in the closet and you cut the bag off. All right, this is my first time testing it, and I think this is a good hack. Brought to us from Justin. Cool. Weirdly, one thing I am not stressed about with moving in with a partner is the division of chores and stuff. I've definitely experienced the challenge of dividing chores when I lived with a previous boyfriend, but I think it doesn't feel worrisome or difficult with Justin because we've already established very clear lanes. Like, he does all the cooking, grocery shopping, trash. I do most of the cleaning and dishes. So it's not that we split every single task 50-50, but it's an overall division of labor across all the chores as a whole. So like, I have a higher standard of what clean means to me, so it feels fair for me to own the cleaning. And Justin has a higher standard of what a meal means, so he enjoys owning all the food. Otherwise, it'd be peanut butter and popsicles for dinner every night. And I really think that this defined lane approach feels so much easier and so much cleaner to me than trying to somehow quantify like who cleaned more this week. That gets so much messier and just much more subjective. So this already has felt very good to me. All right, we gotta do the dishware. This is gonna be annoying, I feel like. I got one of these rolls. Let's open it. Ugh, come on. I think I'm gonna answer some questions from you guys in the meantime. Some things I've been not avoiding, but just haven't gotten around to asking. Everyone asks about wedding plans. I don't have much planned for a wedding, but we did set a date. September 2026. So we've got a good runway. It's a little bit over a year from now, which feels good to me. Gosh, it's funny to think about like the thing that actually matters, which is being married. And I'm so excited to be married. And I'm also like so interested to see, and this will take time to see, but like what the reality is of my approach to marriage, like long-term partnership. I mean, yeah, at the same time, I also know that it'll be different to actually be married. It'll be different to actually have kids. And I'm so interested to see what kind of person I become. What actually ends up, what actually ends up being hard for me? What actually ends up being easier for me, easier than I anticipate, you know? I'm sure I will be surprised by things living together, and I'll be surprised by aspects of marriage that are challenging or not. Yeah, I'm kind of excited for that. To put myself to the test, you know what I mean? I'm way too hot, you guys, I'm sorry. I know people get upset if you show too much skin. I'm sorry I have a body. Yeah, I used to dress much more loosely on YouTube, and then there's like so much misogyny about showing your body. So I do that rarely now. This is just not worth it to me. But what was I saying? Okay, highly endorse these guys. I don't feel like anything in there could break. This feels good. I'm feeling good about this. You know, I feel pretty proud that out of everything in this apartment, I'm taking most of it with me. I love most of it. Apart from that stupid printer. Love everything I've collected here. The one thing that feels like I'm unsure of is this guy. This guy. I feel emotional about it and kind of on the fence because I made this, if you're new, this is a DIY and I made this horrifically executed frame, but I still love it up here. I love it. It's like a focal point of this room and I actually love it. But I don't know. Maybe it's just that it's kind of cumbersome to take it all apart and make a new frame. But then maybe it's also that like I know I could make something new and different and better because I learned from the experience of making this. And listen, I don't want to make this too poetic, but there's a metaphor there. There's a metaphor there. This was the best I could do while I was here and it was pretty dang good and I was happy with it. Served me well. Proud of it even. I don't care if people didn't really like it. And I think I just feel ready and able to do something new and something even better and level up in the new place. So I think this guy is going to stay in the past and there's going to be some new off-kilter wall art that will piss off people in the comments in my new place. How can I even get this off here? Look at that, it's falling apart. This can't come with me. What am I even supposed to do with this? What? I think I just have to break it. Whoa! As I edit this, I'm just so excited to be living in my new home with the person I love. There is anxiety and plenty of unknown too, but to me the proper dose of fear and unknown is really key to the feeling of being alive. I like to reframe fear as curiosity. I'm curious to discover the Caroline I meet there. I'm curious to see what Justin and I will build together. I'm curious to see what I learn and how it changes me. I'm curious how I will look back on this chapter that I'm closing. This chapter of living alone, of rebuilding my life, rebuilding myself. I imagine a Caroline of the future who might walk by this apartment one day, maybe with her son or daughter. She'll point to the building and say, I used to live there. I was young. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know all the things that would come after. I would say that it was a very special time in my life. And it made all the rest possible. You can sit in that corner if you're a good little girl.
Oh, okay. A spot for me.
Yeah, a spot for Liz. Elizabeth and I did several years of calligraphy camp as children. I did a lot of cool camps. I also went to Bible camp twice.
I did not do Bible camp.
Huh?
I did not do Bible camp.
I loved Bible camp.
You were alone in being that loser.
Of course. I love you.
You guys.
What?
It's been hours, Liz.
Oh, you're so popular. You have so many texts.
So popular.
You're so popular, Liz.
Everyone wants a piece.
Everyone's a piece. Whoa. Did not know the wall was so messed up back here. You know what that's from? Tony Soprano. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but the wall is so messed up. Shoot. I'm gonna have to fix that. That's a project for another day.